as time went by, the Salone Mobile at Barbasso became bigger and bigger. And so also our attitude toward the Salone has changed a bit. It's a very fun and an interesting event because it was not created by public relations or invitations, but it's like a small phenomenon that grew bigger and bigger every year, just like a password, because of the word of mouth. And it has, of course, our approach has changed during the years, because from the beginning it was just like a regular evening and we're closing at about 1 in the morning. Then it became so big that now we have to stay open until very late. The development of the Salone Mobile for Barbasso, and now it has changed also our approach towards our attitude to the bar and also our working schedule. From the beginning, the bar was closing down at about 1:30 in the morning, but now the bar has become just like a haven for all the people coming out from other presentations or other events. So it's a place where they can relax, and so now we work until very, very late. So we also had to get prepared, and in order to, we have maybe 1,000 people, maybe more, coming every night. So we really have to be very focused on what we're doing, and it has changed a bit of our approach from a professional point of view. Now most of the concern is just about the planning in advance, how many people they might come, so how many people you need to wake you up while you're working in order to get everything well organized so everything could be smooth and relaxed. Then it also has changed my relationship with the neighborhood in a way, because other bars have been in the neighborhood have been involved in this little phenomenon, and so it has also created some more tightness among all our neighbors. And another interesting episode was also that during the late nights, lots of people gather out in the main road where the cars drive by, and so sometimes we're just dropping bottles or just forgetting glasses in the middle of the road. So I spend most of the time with a bucket picking up all the glasses and collecting empty bottles, also because I'm afraid that some car might crash on them or slash tires or whatever. So in the last 2 years we usually have different people from Bangladesh that are selling flowers. And those people, when they saw me picking up the empty bottles, they all started to do the same thing, collecting all the empty bottles and putting them in the big bin where we put the glass. So it's very nice because even the good people from Bangladesh that are selling flowers, they just drop the flowers and help me out during the night. So that's kind of cute. Anyway, the Salone Mobile, from my professional and also maybe personal point of view, is the most enjoyable time of the year, because we're meeting old friends and greeting old friends and meeting new ones. So it's very interesting. But as I said before, the thing is just to stay for the whole week. Anyway, it's like a marathon, and I can tell that also all the people working involved in the design work, they feel the same way, because day after day people get weary and get more and more tired, because here they stay up until very late meeting people. In the early morning they also have meetings, so day after day you feel that people are getting a little more tired, even though there's some adrenaline that is flowing and that gets you going anyway. And it's interesting because during that week I usually wake up at around 10 in the morning, then I do some errands and just make sure that everything is just like the supply and all the bottles are available, and then I probably just have a little tour around the city. Might be Ventura, might be Tortona, might be to visit some friends that have some events. And then at 8 in the evening I come to the bar and start working. And I keep working until 3 or 4 in the morning. Then part of another thing is that we close at around 2:30, 3:30 in the morning. But then, especially during this time of the year, there's often some rain or showers. And so after there has been so many people at the bar, the bar is like a swamp. So you have to clean it up, and so it has to be spick and span clean for 8 in the morning when we open. So we actually spend they make a big deal of cleaning, and so it's like very hard work basically, the Salone. It's very enjoyable and very much fun, but also it's about washing dishes and picking up bottles and making sure that everything is set at the proper time. And if everything goes smoothly, you can also enjoy yourself a lot. In the last 20 years, Milano has changed in a number of ways, and but also the parties at Barbassa. Because from the late 80s, there were very few people of public relations and were taking care of events like Erika Calvi, Internos, or other agencies. And most of the designers that made Barbassa famous in the design world, back then they were on the late 30s, and now they are grown-ups, they have families, and so. But the nice thing is that there's still a tradition, and the same people that still keep coming, and so they come also their assistants, and now they're becoming very professional designers as well as time goes by. 20 years anyway, we started to have also different events, but mostly for institutional companies like design magazines or design schools like ICAL from Lausanne, or a few companies. We seldom have personal expositions because this place is like the home of everybody's home, so we just like to keep a neutral attitude and just to give more room to magazines or museum like the Mudam in Luxembourg. So now the bar has become a gathering point for the Salone, but sometimes we also do have some events. Like on Monday 11th, we're going to have an event outside of Barbasso for E15, a German company of furniture, sponsored by Monkey 47, a German gin from Schwarzwald. It's going to be interesting. Then on Wednesday 13, I think, we're going to have a party for Terre magazine. On Thursday, we're going to have an exposition and a party for the Spanish company of lighting and illumination, Marcet from Barcelona. And on Friday, we're going to have a small presentation of the new magazine for gentlemen, Port, from London, England.